Good evening. I'm going to do another cigar review. Friday night's my traditional night for cigar reviewing, so I thought I would spark one up. So I've picked this evening, the cigar is the Sancho Panza series of cigars, and this is the Belicosos, Belicoso, if you don't want to say it like that. This is, let me get my notes. Right. So 52 ring gauge and 140 millimeters, or about 6.5 inches. So Sancho Panza. What do I know about Sancho Panza? Well, I know they've been around for a very long time. I think they're owned by El Rey del Mundo now as part of the Habanos group. They don't make many cigars. You can get, you've got the Non Plus, this, the Milinos, and you can get the aged Sanchos, which are the same size as the Monte Cristo A. Big cigar, you're looking at about 8 or 9 inches, I think. Huge thing. I have some. I may smoke one this summer. Anyway, very simple band. Just says Selección Sancho Panza Habana Cuba Del Monte. Not the man from Del Monte, but Del Monte. Anyway, what can I say about this cigar? There is a little nick in it. I don't know what it is. I think it's just weird leaf stuff. It looks nicely packed. The overall construction is okay. The wrapper's quite dark. It's got little bits of black flecking all over it. So there you go. It looks nice. I'm read up on it a little bit, and it's going to be peppery to begin with and then woody. So we'll see how woody this bad boy is. Maybe we'll spice some other stuff in there. Who knows where we go on our cigar journey, eh? Okay, so straight off the plate, the wrapper is quite salty. The smoke is not particularly strong. The draw is not particularly good. It's a bit tight. These are from 2014, so they've been sitting in the humidor for a little while now. Got these in a 4 box split where I had 5 of each, 5 different brands of Torpedo number 2, Belicoso White if you want. So I had these, some San Cristobals, can't think what they're called, Upman number 2s, Bolivar Belicosos Finos, Diplomatico number 2s. So you've got 5 each of those, making 25. So the box cigars, but you've got 5 different brands. So I've reviewed the Dippy number 2, the Belicosos Finos I've reviewed as well. So this might just take a little bit of time to get us going. I wouldn't say it's peppery. I'd say a little bit coffee. A hint of spice, cedary. It is woody. I'm not getting much smoke off it. But so far, the burn is not too bad. It's relatively even. Sometimes you just have to get it in the sweet spot. Yeah, it's woody. It's not very complex, I'll say that. At the moment, it's not very complex at all. It's trying to think what I compare it to. It's a bit like a D4 actually, a little bit similar. Those kind of flavours. Yeah, might have to do something about the burn. Anyway, so I'm going to go and smoke some more of this, chill out, Friday evening and all that jazz. And then I'll come back to you and I'll give you, well, I think we'll go to about, we'll do the thirds, we'll try and do the second third and the final third, and tell you what they were like. I'll see you in a bit. So we are into the second third. Flavour wise, it hasn't really changed that much. It's a very woody and coffee cigar. I don't get any pepper. Maybe that was just a reviewer that I read. But there's nothing much in there, there's no spice. It's just a good smoke. I hope you can't hear too much of someone's having a party, so keep it this to short. And so far, yeah, it's been pretty good. I mean, the burn's okay. The ash is really nice on this. It's much whiter than a lot of other Cubans I've had. Yeah, very pleasant. I don't know how much more it's gonna change in the last bits, but yeah, so far so pleasant, I'd say. As it goes, you can pick these up in the UK for $16.99, which for Torp I think is pretty reasonable compared to UK cigar prices. That's actually not a bad price for a Cuban cigar that's going to last you an hour and a half maybe, and it's pretty flavourful. So I did put a little draw poker down there though. It has made the draw much better. It was not very good initially, but the burn's nice, and it's just kind of indication that maybe my humidor's alright. So I'll come back to you in a bit when I've done to the last bit and maybe a final thought. See you in a bit. Last bit. I can't say this is a complicated cigar. It's just good. You know, a bit like the Punch Coronation. Better than the Punch Coronation. This is a dark, woody, earthy type of cigar. So when you want something that isn't light and floral, this is not a bad go-to. And they're reasonably priced as well. You know, $16.99 in the UK. It means if you can pick them up in Europe or elsewhere, you know, depending on where you live, they're a good value stick. For number two, you know, an Upman number two for this kind of size cigar is probably going to be costing you a bit more than that, maybe another £5 on top of it. So yeah, I'd recommend these as kind of everyday staple. You know, if you like a Torp and you don't want to shell out, I'd say these aren't too bad, to be honest. Would I buy a box? I don't know whether I would go for a box of these. I think I've got my favourite number twos now. This isn't really pushing into it. So I like Upman 2, Diplomatico 2. They're my top two favourites. P2 in there as well. This, it's average. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. It's a good Cuban. Yeah, it's good. It's not terrible. It's good. And the one thing, you know, I know the burn's a little bit uneven here, but actually I haven't had to touch it up at all. It burns unevenly, but then it just sorts itself out, which is quite like that. There we go. So, Sancho Panza Belicosos. Not a bad stick. There are There are better Belicoso number 2 style torpedo cigars around. Try it. You might like it. Might be just what you want. So from me to you, to the next review, I'll see you around.